Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10, broadcasting on Channels Television live from Lagos. A reminder of our main stories. After flashes of violence in some areas, the Independent National Electoral Commission suspends elections in 6 local government areas of Rivers State. Rivers State government decries role of the military in the conduct of the polls. Students and parents express frustration over the conduct of the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examinations. And a suicide bomb attack at a busy shopping area in the Turkish city of Istanbul leaves 4 people dead, while a passenger jet crashes in the southern Russian city of Rostov-on-Don, killing all 55 passengers and 7 crew on board. All our top stories can be found on our website, channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. Visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. We urge you to please interact with the Eyewitness feature in the Channels TV app. If you have pictures or videos you would like to share with us, tap the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions. Well, let's take a look at some of the pictures you sent to our Eyewitness portal. First is this one from Sokoto in Sokoto State, showing a long queue at a fueling station. Our Eyewitness reporter says fuel scarcity is still biting hard in the state. This next one is from Kano in Kano State, showing a physically challenged man walking as a cleaner. Our Eyewitness reporter wants this to be an example for other physically challenged people who choose begging over the dignity of labor. Next is this one from Aloja Ibaji local government area of Kogi State, showing a burnt building. Our Eyewitness reporter says this building was one of many burnt during a communal clash, which is now overgrown with weed. The residents rendered homeless. She is calling on the government to come to the aid of those displaced, especially the children. We also have this one from Magboro in Ogun State, showing a bad road. Our Eyewitness reporter is asking the government to ensure the road is fixed. Finally is this one from Lekki in Lagos State, showing a lag bus that had an accident. Our Eyewitness reporter is asking the government to check the reckless driving of lag bus drivers. I would like to thank you, our viewers, for sending in those pictures and urge you to keep them coming. Candidates who wrote the March 2016 University Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME, are asking the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAMB, to look into what they describe as numerous irregularities during the examination. The candidates who protested the alleged poor conduct of the computer-based exam in Lagos asked JAMB to address the situation and not allow it ruin their quest for tertiary education. Our correspondent, Victoria Idowu, reports.
These are students from Alimosho local government area of Lagos State, and they are here protesting what they call the failure of the computer-based test of the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board 2016. This is what they had to say. According to these candidates, the computer-based examination organized in over 500 centers nationwide seemed to have been marred by several challenges.
My exam was meant to be 6:30, but when I get to the exam, I get there around 5 o'clock. 2 o'clock, 2 p.m., we've not started. 8, we've not started. When it was around 9, we now started our exam. So the next day, my result came out. I scored 214. The following day again, I got another message that JAMB said I should go and complete my sleep again, that they have rescheduled my exam to another day again. Please, we want the board to do something to these things. Since then, I've not been able to see my results. And my dad and mom, they are complaining at home. I don't know what to tell them. Please, the board do something.
Other students lament the frequent shutting down of computers and power generating sets during the exams.
When we started our exam, our computers were not functioning well. They were malfunctioning. When we started, our computers began to log everybody out. We were being logged out unnecessarily. And some of our computers were even shutting down on their own. And when the computers were now on again, our questions were incomplete also. And they were like, internet connection was very bad.
I saw my result before the exam. and the score is 132, and I have not done any exam, and they're saying one stupid score to me when I have not done anything.
And for this mother, the idea of sending children out of the state to live in is not only expensive, but also dangerous.
My daughter that wrote the JAMB was posted to Ijebu, that's Ijebu Ibefun in Ogun State. Normally, I took the form early in order for her to get a good center around Lagos. But I was surprised when she was posted to Ogun State. And due to that, you know, based on the exam that is going on, transporters increase their fee to 1,000, and anything you want to keep, even in the place where we lodge, is 200 per head, per item.
The challenges seem to be many, which raise the question about what the authorities plan to do about the situation. In the meantime, the candidates are pleading with the JAMB authorities to not only address their complaints, but also revert to the paper-based examination. Victoria Udomo, reporting for Channels Television News.
Well, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board JAMB has promised to organize another test for the UTME candidates who missed the 2016 examination. According to JAMB Registrar Professor Dibo Jerinde, the board has records of candidates who genuinely missed their test because of sudden relocation from their original centers. He also spoke on the directive by the House of Representatives to return to paper-based examination.
The organizers of the protest did it not in the interest of the candidates, but it was done as a result of their frustration due to their inability to perpetrate their planned acts of irregularities. We sent them SMS messages. Please, your center had moved from center A to B. Report in that center. Of course, some of them missed it. We know them, and we are going to really let them sit for the examination at a date that will be announced later on. The House of Rep has every right to debate it. They have every right to suggest. But ultimately, my government, through my ministry, has the final say. If they say yes, who am I to say no? Because I've been given a responsibility to do. So we'll be prepared. All the gadgets with which we used to do paper pencil, they're still there. They're not optioned, but definitely going backwards.
Donor agencies driving the National Malaria Control Program in Nigeria are asking state governments to subsidize the cost of malaria drugs as part of efforts to reduce the burden of treatment. According to them, the cost of these drugs should be affordable for all.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
The global funding for the elimination of malaria in Nigeria is targeting to eliminate malaria from Nigeria by the year 2030. Since the target was set, international donor agencies have been working with government and non-government organizations to achieve it. Country Director and Head of Program, Mr. Audu Mohammed, says there is need to subsidize malaria treatment drugs to attain the goal.
We are also insisting that as much as possible, the subsidized ACT should not be more than 200 naira, the adult dose. Because the children dose, you can even come below 100 naira, which is at least very affordable in our circumstances. Then we are also encouraging the state governments to also key into this co-payment mechanism so that they can get these drugs at very subsidized rates, you know, so that the people at the grassroots can benefit from the artemisinin combination therapy.
He also insists on the need to diagnose all suspected cases before treatment is administered.
And one of the key objectives of the strategic plan is to ensure that all persons with malaria seen in both public and private health facilities, as well as those seen by the community at the community level. New focus is to test every fever and confirm it is malaria before treatment, as I mentioned earlier.
However, the Executive Secretary for the Country Coordination Mechanism for the Global Fund, Mr. Fatai Bello, emphasized the need for pregnant women to be given priority.
people.
Malaria was responsible for high level of stillbirth. Of course, it was new to the society, because then it was believed that once the mother is immune, the baby for the first 3-6 months of the life will never get malaria. I think that was the teaching, if you remember. But now we know that even right in vivo, malaria can kill the fetus, and this is why it is very important for the maternal aspect to be looked at.
Those who implement the malaria elimination program insist that the 2030 target to eliminate malaria is feasible. But they want more awareness creation about the need to keep our environments clean, as well as other malaria prevention measures.
Are you one of those who believes in giving children herbs to treat certain ailments, or one who thinks children need to be regularly detoxified using antibiotics? Well, after seeing this next report, which talks about kidney care in children, you may want to change your mind concerning these practices. Our correspondent Yomi Otaigbe reports.
Millions of people worldwide are exposed to different medical challenges. However, when some health issues such as kidney diseases are mentioned, a lot of emphasis are on the adults, perhaps with little attention paid to the children. But the reality is that children are also at risk of kidney diseases at an early age. A consultant nephrologist practicing at the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, Dr. Theophilus Umezudike, explains that although statistics are scarce in Nigeria on the number of children with kidney disorders, the likely causes of the condition in children are known.
For mothers who have preterm babies, those babies are at risk of what is called reduced kidney mass. And then those who have what's called the posterior urethral valve, and that means that the outflow of urine from the bladder is somehow blocked. If the child suffers some childhood illnesses, like excessive diarrhea and vomiting, the child may be at risk of developing acute kidney injury. And of course, if a child is treated with antibiotics or analgesics indiscriminately without a doctor's prescription all the time, that can put the child at risk of kidney problem.
It is said that some people who come down with kidney problems later in life may have started from early childhood. Although kidney diseases may begin unnoticed, medical experts do have a list of what to look out for.
If a child finds it difficult to pass urine easily, if a child is still bedwetting at about the age of 10, 11, 12, it may be necessary to look and see why the child is still bedwetting at that age. Also, if a child wakes up often at night to urinate, that could also be a symptom of early kidney disease. And then, of course, when there is blood in the urine, that's an alarm sign. Now, also, if a child passes urine and it brings lots of foam, is also something that should be looked into.
Some children will wake up with their eyes swollen, and as the day progresses, that sort of disappears, and the legs can start swelling. But at the very late stages, they are not able to move from one place to the other without feeling breathless. So those are signs that the heart might be involved, in addition to the kidney problem that they have.
As much as possible, parents should avoid giving children herbal remedies, because some make it a habit that once a child has some little health challenge, they give agbo or any other herbal remedy.
Screening for possible kidney diseases in children involves checking the urine for protein or blood in urine and blood pressure, as some children may have elevated BP for their age.
The message we are actually trying to portray is that kidney disease is common in the society, and that if it's detected at the very early stage, then it's treatable, and we could really curb the expenses that comes with dialysis or kidney transplantation.
The kidneys are two bean-shaped organs, each about the size of a fist. Every day, the two kidneys filter about 120 to 150 quarts of blood to produce about 1 to 2 quarts of urine composed of waste and extra fluid. Yomi Otaibo reporting for Channels Television News.
Building collapses in Mile 12 area of Lagos, this time with no casualties. Please join us again.